mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guy. With flipping ain't easy by your side.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to our second live stream of the Real Flippin' Ain't Easy channel. I guess that's how people are finding us now, is typing the @ symbol and then the Real Flippin' Ain't Easy. Because if you try to pull up Flippin' Ain't Easy, you're gonna get something
strategy.
and that ain't the strategy. If you want to lose all your Bitcoin, that's the strategy. No real word on that channel yet, except I'm a little bit more encouraged now than I was when I woke up. My first thought was, oh crap, there's, usually the 22nd, 23rd-ish is when we, as creators, if you've earned any money as a YouTuber, it hits the deposit and there's nothing in the bank from that. So my thought was, well, I guess the hackers got in there and put their banking details in. And while that could have happened, after talking with Beard, they didn't hack his AdSense. They just hacked his channel. And so after talking to him, it looks like he didn't get his deposit either. And so it just could be that, it's one day off from that. But from what I understand, and talking to AI about this, it's a common practice when you report a hacked channel to freeze everything. So I don't know. I'm just hopeful that, there's nothing nefarious above and beyond what we already know. But if, like I said, we're going to keep building this channel. I did get a response from them saying, acknowledging that there's still an open case, at least, even though they wouldn't tell me anything about it. So, they haven't shut the door on us yet. So, stay tuned on that, and hopefully we'll get a good resolution here in the next, who knows when. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep pushing forward as if this is the channel. And if the other channel opens up, we'll have two channels, I guess. So we'll figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So sales for the weekend. Been kind of sluggish for the first, I'd say, month and a half of the year. Now, one thing I guess I didn't realize was last year was kind of the same way. And so you're looking at the good 2025 that we had, and you don't really consider that we started off sluggish in the beginning of 2025, and it felt like we were sluggish in 2025 or 2026 to start off the year. But I can tell you, it looks like, just looking at my two accounts, and I'll show it to you here, we're up 5.7% in sales. Let's see, down in the number of items sold and up in ASP. As far as we're up over the last 30 days in sales. Sales are kind of normalized. They're kind of all over the place. Ideally, we're at $500 a day, but some days we're getting there, some days we're not. Today we're halfway, a little bit less than halfway there. But the thing about it is, despite this activity, we're up over last year, which is a good thing. Now, when you look at this. This is my second account. This is sad. From the beginning of the year, or this is just showing the last month, but look how sad that is. And then just out of the blue, it's for this store, I had a $350 day on this store. It's been pretty strong but even then, even with this activity over the last few days, the last 31 days is down by 24.7%, which is crazy to me. And then, of course, we're down 11% on the second store as compared to last year. So this is our throwaway store, if you want to call it that. We're putting more items on there. I'm getting more of my auto parts on here. I did want to go in, and I guess what one video I'm going to make is I'm going to make a video on EIS. So you might wonder, what did you do after this? Well, I realized that, remember it was about a month ago when I said, I think it was maybe 3-4 weeks ago, when I said 90 days shows we lost our ass between November 1st and February 1st. That's 90 days. I said The only thing that we did for that 90-day period was turn off EIS. So we allowed EIS to be turned off all this period from pretty much, that's the 25th. So it was like the 1st. So right around here is when we turned off EIS, and we had a decent day after we turned it off for this store, and a couple in between, but really sad days in between. I turned on EIS around this time. I turned it back on. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to work on a um, hybrid EIS strategy. And you might wonder, what the hell is a hybrid EIS strategy? My mind just is constantly running. That's just the way I think. I think about different ways to optimize things that I do. It doesn't matter. It's not just eBay. It's how do I optimize really anything that I can get a hold of. And in this particular case, my thought was, there's certain items I don't want to be advertised, like my shower wheelchairs. I don't want them to be advertised in Japan or, Saudi Arabia or wherever they could be advertised, because I know no one's going to pay that kind of money to buy them, and they probably have their own solutions closer to them at a cheaper price. So the pricing just becomes too much reasonably for a reasonable buyer. No one's going to go out of their way to buy them. There's nothing special about my wheelchairs. And I don't want those being shown to those people. Now, if you have EIS turned on, it opens up all your items to all the markets, right? So if someone types in shower wheelchair, well, some guy in UK is going to be buying it locally more than buying it from me and paying everything. So the thought behind a hybrid EIS strategy is based on the price. If you know how EIS works, it makes sense. So EIS works when you have it enabled, so you have it turned on in your shipping preferences, and you have no international shipping policies in place. So like my international, like my Ground Advantage policy, it used to be that we would ship those ourselves without EIS. And if they wanted to buy it internationally, just pay whatever it is, and we'd run the label and the customs form and all that. And with EIS, they make it simple for you. And the way you do it is if you have your international turned off for that shipping policy you're using, then eBay will show that item to the international folks through EIS. So the idea is to have your smaller items. So in this case, the items I'm assigning to Ground Advantage, to that particular shipping policy, I'll have no international policy, and those items would be shown to, Pakistan or whatever, right?
The world.
And so my FedEx policy, my FedEx Ground, where those wheelchairs are assigned with, will have an international policy. Now you might say, well, you don't want to ship those big items internationally. You're right. So you exclude every country. So you're basically putting international as a placeholder to turn off EIS, even though you have realistically, you're not shipping it. You have no country that's allowed to see it. And so what I want to do is I want to make a video when I'm doing that and messing with it. I don't want to do it right now on the live, but I just want to kind of tell you kind of where my mind's at. And I want to try it out and see what it does to EIS, what it does to my sales, what it does in general, and to set it up with you guys. And maybe that'll be a future video that I do. So stay tuned for that. So with that said, just sales, I can't explain, are great. At least I think we had about $1,800 in sales from Friday through Sunday. And that's exactly where I want to be. That's where we were in the summertime. And that's not even with the main store on all cylinders. That's like just a decent weekend for the main store. And it's getting that second store up to, if I can get it up to 30% of what we do on the main, heck, this could be a really good year. So it's kind of the strategy right now, is trying to build up the numbers as far as the number of listings. So we're over 300 on the main. We're closing in on 500 on the secondary store. And the more lines you have in the water, if you're out fishing, right, you have 10 fishing poles out there, you're going to have a better chance of catching a fish than if you just have 3. And I think it's an analogy that makes sense in this particular case. So Anyway, let's see who we have here with us. We have Keith. Of course, Keith is with us. Nice to see you. And he just turned over the Discord over to Christopher Nutters. So Christopher Nutters now running the Discord. So go check the links in the description down below if you guys want to be involved in the discussion when we're not live. That's where to go. Also Facebook. If you are on Facebook and just don't want to deal with Discord, there is a link down below as well in this live stream where you can go in and check out the Flippin' Ain't Easy Resellers group. And that one's growing every day as well. So come and check us out. Snoopy Collector's with us. Nice to see you, Snoopy Collector. And Thomas S. You know what?
Thomas.
Go ahead and say it. I need to take a break from talking.
No, I might start crying, but so Thomas sent us a little message yesterday while John was golfing. It didn't dawn on me maybe I should just go read the email, because I don't usually check John's personal email ever. But he messaged me through Discord to make sure I was around and that I could verify that the email had come through.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't check, but John had responded back to Thomas through Facebook, which was nice. And we opened it up, and what was the name of the Let Us
Entertain You.
Let Us Entertain You is something. Was that the title?
Yeah, that's the name of the company. But see, I'm out golfing and I'm struggling and I'm not, I see the message pop up on my phone. And of course, I say, hey, Thomas, he's like, yeah, check your email. I'm like, okay, well, that email that I told him he wanted my email. So that email is like, I got to go through all the junk email just to find the email. So that one's going to take a little bit of time and I'll do that at night when I'm at home. So he's like, all right, just don't forget and check your email. So I'm like, okay, what did you send me? Like a joke or some kind of a video or what? Okay, I'll check it out. So I'm checking it out. I'm like, what the hell is Let Us Entertain You? And it says, don't leave your wallet in El Segundo. So I'm like, what El Segundo? And so it turns out this man, Thomas, our friend, was super thoughtful and sent us a gift card for a restaurant out here in Vegas called El Segundo Soul. S-O-L.
Like sun.
Mexican restaurant. And it's like, oh, we love checking out new restaurants like that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I mean, other than thank you, I don't know what to say because it's like, who are we? We're just a couple people that do this. We take time out of our day. Yeah, we do that. But I mean, wouldn't you take time out of your day for friends anyway to meeting new people and just it's hard to explain it till you do it. You run a YouTube channel and you make videos and you don't go live. It's a different feeling than when you do go live and you have people that, I mean, hell, we had 13 people that showed up before we even started. 10% of our subscribers showed up for a live stream. 10%. And it is sad. But it's like, it's amazing to me. And so we don't need the super chats. We don't need the gift cards. I mean, we love them. We're appreciative of them.
Absolutely.
But it's not what keeps us going. It's just the friendship.
The friendship is, it really is like undescribable. I mean, we've never physically met most of you. And so to have a bond with each other around what we do for a living. I was talking to my sister on Saturday and telling her, we lost her because she had saw that we lost our YouTube channel. And so she was saying she was sorry that happened to you. And, and I said, what makes it all worth it to make another channel and to have lives every week is, for us, it's more rewarding to be able to have friends in the community and doing the same things we do. Because I said to my sister, to be quite honest, talking to you guys about work, it goes out in one ear and out the other. You guys know that we sell. You guys come through the garage and say, oh, what do you got? I want to buy something. They think it's fun. However, they don't realize all the work that goes into it on a day-to-day basis. And so I was just saying how happy I am with the community that we share. And Thomas, Mike, Keith, you got everybody, Todd, Joe, I mean, Brenda. I can't, we're not worthy.
You don't feel like it, no.
We don't feel worthy of you guys sending us a gift card for dinner, or it just feels strange, and we love you for it. It touches us that you guys feel that way towards us when we respect and love you guys like family so much.
Can I say something? Because your sisters come over and walk through the garage and say, "Oh, I want to buy something," that's why they don't get a discount when they do buy something. So I'd rather give you guys a discount than them because of that one thing. It's like this is not fun and games here.
But the final thing I'll say is, Thomas, thank you so much. It really kind of brought us to tears. Well, brought me to tears because everything brings me to tears nowadays. But truly appreciate you for being here every Monday and Friday, and even when you can't make it, you'd leave us a little message. Thank you so much to all of you. And by no means do we need, super chats or gift cards or any of that. You mean so much to us in our hearts, and it does not go unnoticed.
And we will be doing a little series of little videos, from the restaurant and show you how
it's a beautiful restaurant. I looked it up.
Okay, so and we're gonna be, if those of you guys are watching either live or after the fact, we're gonna be going over a couple things that I came across in the reselling news sphere. I just like to spread it out a little bit and maybe acknowledge some comments, because that's the biggest problem that I have is catching up to your comments. So if you put some comments out there, you got to hang around a little bit to get an answer. But I will try to get through the sidebar conversations and get through the comments a little bit faster. We have John Gaynor with us. Good afternoon from the snowed-in East Coast. 20 plus inches in your driveway. Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I saw you guys are getting slammed with snow. And gosh, everybody, I pray for everybody to be safe. Power stays on. Heat stays on. So...
Got Anissa's with us, and Duncan is not first, and he can eat his KFC now.
No!
And Copper Cat says, hello, FAA family, 2.5 hours early, just working and waiting.
Aw, that's sweet.
Nice to see you. Going back real quick to Duncan, did you guys know in the Discord that Christopher Nutter created a KFC, a little chat room for KFC?
So I had to put my first meme in there.
So if you ever come across anything KFC related that you think is kind of cool or whatever or relevant, go check out Discord and post it for Duncan. I'm sure he'll get a kick out of it. Yeah. Classic Phase is with us. Nice to see you, Classic Phase.
Hello.
And Spam and Primo got here about an hour early. That's awesome.
Hello.
Thomas says, I'll be in and out. Dinner's running late, and I'm still playing Mr. Mom while wife is recovering.
Yes, praying for her.
Yeah, hopefully you guys
full recovery to be healthy and quick.
Yeah. Mike Metco, there he is. Snowed in here in New York. Got about 20 inches. Good day for listening and live streams.
Yeah.
Hope everyone survived this. We survived it just fine. All that snow that we didn't have, it was tough. Keith says, hope everyone had a good weekend. And John, the Flip It Ain't Easy logo on the post live, you should put the real just above the logo.
We're hoping to not have to use this account, right?
Well, we are. We're not going to use it for lives. So just so you guys know, once the other account's recovered, and I kind of bounced this off of you guys last week or on Friday. Should we split up the lives? Like one channel is on a Monday, the other channel is on a Friday. You guys are like, nah, that'd be too confusing. So we're just going to move it back to the channel, the old channel. And we're going to probably do some things like maybe put the Real Flippin' Ain't Easy logo on here. That's kind of, being that this is going to be more of like, what we do
vlog
than anything. Yeah, but
kind of vloggy.
It's kind of a vlog that she's not really interested in the vloggy part.
I was thinking about it when I was curling my hair is we have to learn how to do it first, which means we not that we need to learn how to do it, it's that we need to learn to think, to pick up the camera
And the mics.
and the mics,
Yeah.
because we obviously walk around here all day long. My hair is a mess. I'm in my, lounge wear, and we're not really film ready.
But that's real, though.
It is ready.
That's real.
It is real. However, we are just gonna have to learn how to do it.
So Joe Samard says, howdy, y'all. Nice to see you, Joe.
Hello,
And
Joe.
Todd's with us. Howdy.
Hello,
Put a nice
Todd.
little a comment on the last video, and I just make it clear we do consider you as a friend, even though we didn't start off well. I'm sure for many months you're like, that damn John keeps calling me Larry. And I will always think of you as Larry, by the way. I'm just not saying it as often. Dryden Flip says, hello, everyone. Hope you all had a good weekend. I had a good sales weekend. Got listings done, cleaned up, and organized my workspace.
Oh, isn't that a nice feeling?
I was gonna
Having
say,
a nice, organized, clean area to work in. I need to go clean up my shipping room because right now it's
you guys saw it.
kind of a mess.
You guys saw it. If you guys saw the short that we put out over the weekend, I just said, let's get the mic and let's get the camera, and I walked right in there where she didn't even know, and I'm going through the whole shipping area, and it kind of still is a hot mess. So
yeah, I have to just go in there and straighten up because we got the order for the bubble wrap, and I just threw it in the room.
Callie Debs says, hi, everyone. Nice to see you, Callie Debs.
Hello.
And Grams and Pops. Graham says, hey, good evening,
Hello,
peeps.
Teresa.
Thanks for being here. I'm glad you found us. Mike Seller. Nice to see you, Mike.
Ranger.
Mike and Ranger,
Mike.
yeah.
Hello.
Henri Squaw. Jen is all dolled up. And Ping G.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, Ping. Jody Triple J Resellers. Hi, John, Jen,
Yay,
and chat. Glad I went to
found
Discord
us.
for an update. Found the new channel. And I'll have to do the Facebook group too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hopeful that we can get some more posts, not just me sharing posts on there. It's kind of what it is right now, but I'm hopeful that, if you guys, come across something that you would normally post that has something to do with reselling in general, just share it to the group. It's cool. It has to be reselling in general. Don't spam it with something that's not related to it. But Jody says, I had a good size haul of mostly new with tag clothing at an estate sale last week. $1 per item.
Ooh.
It was hard to resist buying it all, but I managed to behave. Been working hard to get it all listed.
Ooh.
And clothing is tough, at least for us, because we don't quite have the right setup for clothing. I mean, we will if we come across a deal that we know that the sold comps support it, but generally that's not on our radar. Garden Resell Thrifts is with us. Nice to see you.
Kitty cat.
And we got Biff with a new logo now. I'm not sure who that is. It looks like a bad hair job, though. A bad toupee. But the EIS strategy is interesting. What percentage of your organic impressions do you think are wasted on international buyers when you have EIS on? And that's just it, right? I don't know. I don't know what. It's still all a mystery. Some people think, and this was sort of something that was talked about today on the Primo Chemo Live, and that was, and I think Basket Noodle was like, that's not true. That's not true. But think about it. In a perfect world, let's say you're running eBay, right? Who would you push the traffic to almost every time when you're, because you want the sales to happen, you know that sales are going to be efficient in the hands of the top sellers or the bigger stores, the bigger sellers. But yet, that's not how it works on eBay. The bigger sellers aren't getting all the traffic. They get their share, but the other smaller sellers are getting thrown a bone here and there. Now, it may not feel like it if you're not getting any sales right now, but look at it as comparing yourself to your competition. And maybe that's why you should look at the listing quality report, see kind of where you stack up. But you're still getting traffic. You're still getting opportunities to make sales. And I believe, and this is just my theory, and someone's going to have to convince me otherwise, that there's only so much traffic, so there's only so many buyers. I think we can all agree on that. And as there's a ton of listings, let's say in your particular category. So eBay's got to figure a way out to spread it out while still feeding the big stores and giving enough traffic to keep the smaller guys happy enough to continue selling on the platform. I think it's a very complicated thing, but I say all that to say that you or my store only has so much traffic that it's going to be allocated to it based on the number of listings, based on the account history, based on the account health, all those factors. And I don't want to waste it on international. And one eye opening thing was that whole 90-day period where I turned off EIS, we lost 12% of our traffic. Now, I want someone to help me understand this. If I'm limiting myself to one marketplace in the US, right? And I then decide to open up EIS to all these people in the world, why in the hell would my traffic go down? My listings didn't go down. My listings grew by about 10%, and my sales fell. Why in the hell would the number of impressions and views go down if I open that market up to all the other people around the world? And then when I, closed it off, now I mean, my traffic stayed the same, but I wasn't sharing the traffic with anyone else in the world. It remained in the U.S. And I prefer to have most of my traffic in the U.S. And if you're going to penalize me for having EIS turned on by splitting up some of that traffic to people who don't want to buy what I'm offering, it seems like it's a waste of traffic. Now, how big of a percentage? It could be 10, 20, 30% that could have been diverted over to international, leaving me with like 70-80% of the traffic to deal with in the US. But I wasn't getting any more traffic. And logic tells you, if you're expanding your operations, let's say you have a store in a mall and you decide to open up a smaller store outside the mall somewhere, you expect to get more business or more traffic, more foot traffic. And that's not what I saw. And it wasn't just me wondering, it just feels like it. This is the numbers supporting the fact that the numbers just weren't there. So why did I turn EIS back on? Because the sales were so bad that I had nothing to lose. And so you guys take a look at the fact that on that store, if I can pull it up here, wherever that is, here it is. So this is the second store where I've been messing with the EIS. My impressions are down, like crazy, but my sales conversion rate is up by 1.4%. So that's good. Whereas before it was going down.
And that's on the crap store.
That's on the crap store. That's the clearance store, whatever you want to call it, store.
Crap store.
So I don't know if that answered your question, Biff. I just don't know if I necessarily have the facts, and I don't know. I could go down a rabbit hole with AI and taking all the data, having it, pick it apart for me. And there's still never going to be a way to prove either side, either for or against that argument, because we just don't have all the data. We don't have the algorithm in front of us telling us this is how it works. We just kind of have to guess. Peter Kornichuk says, have the auto part sales reduced your ASP? Not really, because we're staying away from the lower end auto parts. Our auto parts are anywhere between $70 and $120. So
like alternators, like all that
stereos,
kind of
AC compressors, and other auto parts that I feel are worth messing with.
And those usually go on the crap store.
Well, I've been putting more on there. I've been trying to get more, because I've been getting a decent amount of stuff. I'm trying to get more stuff over to the second store because, instead of relying on 5, 10, 15, maybe $20 items to supplement what we're doing on the main, I want to build up the ASP so that we can eventually, maybe in a year or two, have two stores that combine for maybe $750 a day. And if you put that over a 30-day period, that's about $22,000 in sales, minus your you take your margin involved in that, and that's like what? That's like $10,000 take home every month. And so that's kind of what, And that's not going to put too much stress on us either, I don't think. Um, I think that's manageable. I think that's something that can be done. It's not too big of a goal. And to me, I'm good with that. Fashion P9I says, hello, everyone. Nice to see you.
Hello.
The Upstate Pickers with us.
Hello.
And Shopping with Cheryl. Nice to see you,
Shopping
Cheryl.
with Cheryl. She gave us an update on her weather, and I was very happy.
Yeah, we saw that. A lot of snow.
No,
Todd,
she doesn't have snow.
no,
that
no
was
snow?
Brenda.
Oh, it's Brenda. Okay.
Brenda sent me a message this morning of a picture. She said 27 inches, and I'm like, oh my God, I could never.
I would say on this question, Todd says, would you say reselling is different from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Yes, on every one of those. Of course, 5 years ago, 2021, we were just getting in managed payments, and they were just starting to roll out promoted listings right behind that. So that's when things started to change. We were right outside of the pandemic bubble where there's a lot of people getting into reselling and making money. 5 years before that, no managed payments. You're getting your money through PayPal. No promoted listings. I think that's 10 years ago. That is where people would like to go back to. Back to that time where we had no managed payments, even though I haven't seen one issue or heard of one issue with managed payments. But the promoted listings, those two things were a big sticking point for people. And then let's go back 20 years ago. Well, 20 years ago, you're still, I think we're still accepting payments and telling people don't send cash, send cashier's checks and money orders. And I think we're maybe just getting out of that era into PayPal at that time. But these are all different times to resell. And what does 5 to 10 years look like from here? I'm saying at this point, it's hard to say, but I'm thinking that a lot of the things you do are going to be automated more so than ever. What were you going to say?
We were frozen for a second.
You were frozen?
Yeah.
I like to be frozen.
I know.
Mike Seller says, sales are poor. I'll be lucky to cover my store subscription. Mike, I remember you saying your sales were decent before. Or maybe I'm thinking of Mike Gertis or Mike G. One thing that I think about is when I hear comments like that is like, hey, shoot on over to the members live and we'll take a look at your store, but we can't do that right now. So I'm itching to do that.
You can always send well, that's another issue. Well, on the Discord, you could send us a private message or send one to John so that he can look at your store. Maybe give you a couple of ideas you didn't think of.
Yeah, I think sometimes it may just be you need another set of eyes to take a look at things and maybe confirm what you already know, or maybe you know what, it's worth giving it a try.
And then people are also gonna, hopefully, is what we, every time this time of year comes around, tax return time, and we hope that they spend their money on eBay.
That might be what's happening.
So that's a possibility of what could have happened to my store, but it could also be happening to many, many other people too.
We got Kelly A. says, hi, John and Jenna.
Kelly, hello.
Glad to catch the live. Well, thank you for being here.
I'm so glad you're here.
Reseller Rowboat saying hi to Todd, but we'll say hi to you.
Hello.
Tribe Time says, John, not reselling related, but you have said you're a bowler many times. What ball brand is your choice? I am now a Motive guy. I bought one Motive ball many years ago. I didn't really like it so much. I've always been Team Ebonite. So Ebonite and Hammer. I really don't buy Storm or Brunswick or anything like that. So it's kind of my thing, and it's the best fit for me. It's just like anything else you do. Just think of a hobby you like. There's probably 5 or 6 brands that support that hobby, and you find the one that you're comfortable with and you go with them. Joe Samard says, Silver Hair, 20 years ago we got cash and checks in the mail. Yep. And you had to tell people, don't send cash.
God, 20 years ago?
And I can recall, 20 years ago, I got burned by a money order when I was helping my buddy. I was selling diamonds with him. He'd go to the LA Diamond District, get parcels of diamonds, and then he'd say, okay, I'm into these diamonds for, say, $20 a carat. Now, these are like the eye clarity diamonds. And he'd say, okay, I'm going to parcel out like 10 diamonds, come and pick them up, and then list them. and I would throw them on the scanner. So I had an HP scanner, and he was using a Lexmark scanner, and he was like, "Dude, you gotta do something with the quality of your scan because it's too clear and really showing like all the imperfections in the diamond." I'm like, I can't do anything about it. It's what I got, right? So it was kind of a cool thing the way we had it set up, but you can't. You might think, well, who wants a diamond with all kinds of imperfections? Well, there's people out there who would want to maybe save themselves hundreds of dollars by doing that and then getting it mounted in a way where you can't really see the imperfections. So that was kind of something that we did back in the day. Garden Resale Thrift says, I love Mexican food. I was just looking at some recipes earlier, looking for some enchilada.
Oh.
Uh,
You know what John makes? So he does the enchiladas, but then there's sometimes where he'll make it like a kind of like a casserole, or even like a lasagna, but with enchilada, and he'll layer it all up, and it's really good.
it's so easy.
Yeah.
And it's not a cooking channel, but go get like a pressure cooker, throw some chicken breasts in there, season it up really good, and let it go to where you can shred it, and then go get some of the canned enchilada sauce. That's all you need, and whether it's medium or mild, it's up to you. And then mix that all together. Fry up a little corn tortillas so that they're kind of just pliable, and add some cheese with that, and bake it for like 30 minutes, and you got something that's pretty good. So if you don't know how to cook, that was a real fast recipe, but that's really that simple.
Mhm.
Casey in New York says, hello, John and Jen in chat. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Upstate Picker is talking to the guys. I remember putting orders will ship once, checks clear in my eBay listings. Yes.
Hmm.
And that was back in the day too, when you had deadbeat bidders, and you get people who would, because there's no immediate payment, so someone could bid on your item, bid it up, and then say, no, I'm not going to. And then that would be like one of the biggest problems for sellers, because back then auctions were really a thing. And it's like, okay, I just got a really good price for this thing, this guy's not buying it, and now I gotta block them and start the auction all over and hope that you get something close to what you had before. Ended to Flip, it says, not worthy. I don't think I'm the only one who appreciates this 2 times a week reseller meeting.
Oh.
I know you're not. There's a lot of people enjoy it, and I just want you guys to know that we enjoy it as well. It's not, the idea that thank you for taking the time out of your day, and you're right, we're taking time out of our day, but it's no different than saying, I'm going to take some time this evening to go to a movie. It's something that we look forward to. So, Ari Squaw's family is the same way, trying to buy all of her stuff. Hopefully you're not giving them a discount.
No, it's more probably, well, maybe that too, but also just not understanding what we do for a living.
Not understanding and wanting to rummage through your stuff. And it's like, I got that listed. You can't just take it off the shelf.
My sisters are the work. My sisters and our daughter. Our daughter, Kelly, she will come in, she will go in the garage and go row by row. And I'm like, why don't you just look on eBay?
Yeah. Fashion says, you both give us good information. We appreciate that. Well, thank you. And we got Dom here, primetime treasure hunter.
Hello.
Hoping you guys get the channel back soon.
Yes.
It's just a waiting game. Yeah. I'm impatient. I want to get it now. But it may take a solid couple weeks to a month. And I'm hopeful that Google did go in and put a hold on everything, so nobody got a deposit. I'm hopeful that's what's going on.
Well, when you say nobody, that you mean
it's just a hold. The money is sitting there waiting for everything to be resolved. And once
I hope that's what it is.
I'm hoping that should be the way it is. I mean, you would think this isn't Google's first rodeo. There's people every day getting hacked, and I'm sure after a while it was like, man, all these people are getting their accounts hacked. We can't get them back recovered fast enough, and people are losing their money. So you would think that they would build in something to where AdSense is automatically put on a hold until everything's back on track.
I really hope that's what it is.
Laj, I don't know if I'm getting that right, says, oh wow, so missed you too, was so confused, learned so much, thanks. Well, thank you for finding us.
Yes,
That's
I'm so
awesome.
glad you made the effort to look for us and find us, and you're here now, so we appreciate that.
Just know this, if I ever decide to quit the channel, I'm not going to just quit one day and never come back.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably say goodbye in a video, maybe a post, but you guys will know, especially if you go to my other channel and see some weirdness going on.
Mhm.
That means that something's wrong, and start looking around. We'll
Mhm.
pop up somewhere. But you know what? I have learned my lesson, and while you can never say never, it's going to be much more difficult for anyone to hack me in the future. Here's a question from Mike Seller: is the verification on Discord new?
Yeah, apparently they're asking for copies of your ID, which I find to be actually, it has its pros and cons. I don't want to have to give my information. However, I do believe that it's good for children, because believe it or not, lots of kids play on Discord and do live
The
streaming
gaming
and
stuff.
gaming and all the things. So on that front, I am very much in support of it. But when it comes down to like me or you guys, I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think it should be based on, um, I don't know, another way. Maybe, well, I guess they are doing I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So I'm not skipping chat because we have like 50, I think we have like 61 people. That's awesome. That's
Hmm.
amazing. I mean, half of our subscribers are watching us right now. That's unheard of. So here's the deal. I'm going to get through all the comments. It's important for us to do that. But I do want to jump ahead. I did see a question that's relevant to the next thing I wanted to talk about. And that is for In It to Flip It. Did you see Justin's video about the country of origin? Honestly, I missed this whole thing. Are you making sure you fill that in? AI is doing that for me now, but I wasn't doing it. So let's jump over to the article from Ina Steiner,
Oh.
and that is eBay autofills China as country of origin. And this was stated as of the 17th of February. eBay began autofilling China in the country of origin field on listings in early February, according to seller reports on industry boards. Over the holiday weekend, a seller posted the following message on the eBay discussion boards: cannot change country of origin. So, attempting to list some items, and for some reason, China is already listed as the country of origin. I tried to delete that, but it still shows China. Changed it to Afghanistan for kicks, and it did change. Since the item is not made in Afghanistan, I cleared it from the listing, and it bounced back to frickin' China,
Wow.
or China. What the hell? In 2023, eBay fought passage of a bill called the Country of Origin Labeling Online, that's the COOL Act, which exempted user articles of items from small sellers with annual sales under 20,000 and fewer than 200 sales, as we reported that at the time. Um, Last year, we get into the nitty gritty, but as a February 3rd eBay discussion board post reveals, the question and issues sellers are dealing with when it comes to eBay's new practices of editing sellers' listings, it doesn't appear eBay announced that change and the appropriate steps sellers should take, including whether the advice offered by some sellers is stop selling internationally as a fix is advisable. Now, I never told you guys that because I didn't know that was happening, because this seems to be something that would show up for someone that either has international set or you're selling by EIS. Now, the update as of a week ago, an eBay moderator responded in a thread to say that he was sharing seller feedback with eBay, including feedback about adding does not apply option. Now, this came to light to me because a week ago we switched to EIS on the second account, just to see, and that maybe part of the reason why I said, I don't know. I don't even want to go. That's all anecdotal. 5 days of data isn't enough. 90 days would be. But what we did see is when I'm doing my daily end item sell similar, or relist, I'm going in to relist those items, and it's like a little blue box that says you need to add the country of origin. And again, if you're doing EIS or if you have your own international shipping, you have to fill that out. And I'm wondering, if you're not filling that out, if you leave it blank, if you're not going into your older listings and updating those, if it's causing a problem with that item's exposure, if it's causing, maybe eBay is like, okay, we have to be in compliance with what they passed with this cool act, so maybe until your item is updated with the proper country, it's going to be suppressed a little bit in search. Not to say you won't sell anything, but maybe that could be holding it back. So if you're having slower than usual sales, you have EIS activated, or if you have international set up in your business or your shipping policies, you might want to go in, do a bulk edit. And I'm not saying to do end item sell similar. You can if you want, but just go and do a bulk edit and go in there and change the country of origin. And I'm not aware of the bulk edit allowing you to do it in one shot, and I wouldn't advise to do that because all your items are going to be from different locations. Not every item made is from China.
Right. And so why is that a requirement? I don't understand.
It's part of this Cool Act
It's
that they came
stupid.
up with. So
Nobody cares.
So apparently these two senators introduced the Cool Act, writing in a press release, as the dangerous regime in communist China seeks global dominance and to destroy the American economy, this legislation will bring more transparency to online shopping so American consumers can make informed, safe choices for their families. So the idea is you put the country of origin for that item. So if someone's like, I ain't buying nothing from China anymore, that's their personal opinion, then they can see that in the listing and go off and go to the next one and find one that's made in a country that they're okay with. That's just, they put that together, and so that eBay has to follow, and it could very well may be an issue. Now I am seeing that every day. I break up my the number of items listed. I divide that by 30 days in a month. So that usually ends up, for a 450 item store, it's 15 items. So I'm doing 15 items, and I see in almost every one of them that little blue box that pops up. And it looks like 75% of those, eBay has automatically assigned China as the country of origin. And then the other ones, it's not able to do it for some reason. So you have to go in and do that manually. I would strongly suggest taking some time to go through your listings and making sure that you have some value in there instead of leaving it blank, because it would not surprise me, and I have nothing to back this up, but it would not surprise me if that listing could be pushed down a little bit in search because it doesn't have that requirement.
I think that's so stupid.
So that's a good question for from In It to Flip It. It was one thing I wanted to talk about. And again, it's is it affecting your listings? I don't know, but I'm the kind of person that I don't like leaving things. I'm very OCD when it comes to the listings. I want to have as much data as I can, and hopefully that helps you guys in some way.
Oh.
What? Oh, what?
I need you to put me on the moderator thing so I can assign moderators.
Okay, we'll do that after the show.
I
Keith
can't
says,
do it
John
now.
and Jenna, we know how you guys feel, and I'm sure we all feel the same way towards you guys for that short time you was off air. It opened a hole like a part of me was missing. I'm sure others felt the same.
Yes, that's how we felt too.
I mean, we got more work done, and it was like we didn't have anything that was preventing us from getting work done, so I just kept working through. But after a while, it's like, it's just like every day is even more so meshed together with nothing to look forward to.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what got me to just say, okay, let's go ahead and make the other account. Let's just get going with it. Casey New York's they got 29 inches of snow.
29.
And here's Mike G says, just got back from the 3-day ski resort. Getaway was around 70 when we got there. Next day, 15 inches of snow, and spent most of the time shoveling to get out.
Oh man.
Wow.
Well, thank goodness you're home now.
And Todd's reminiscing about back in 1963, he had some of the original recipe.
The KFC.
And he actually got the original colonel to sign his box of chicken. Hopefully you can find that box and get it listed. Jody says, glad you started the new channel. Was a little lost without the live shows. Love the content. Well, thank you, Jody.
We love you, Jody.
Keith says, you could make the real Flippin' Ain't Easy channel behind the scenes of Flippin' Ain't Easy vlog. It'll be, you guys remember when I said, look, I was thinking about starting up a second channel to do videos that I didn't think the whole world would want to see, and I was at the time like, okay, I guess I'll just make those videos for the members. but I still wanted to make a channel, like a vlog channel. And I guess this is, if we get this thing, when we get this other channel resolved, then I guess that's what we'll see. Jenna can do a ship with me, says Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
27 degrees right now
Oh,
for garden resale thrifts. And then Todd
or
says
is
my
that
eBay
inches?
27 degrees. I don't know. Todd says my eBay area looks like a bomb exploded during a hurricane. Time to Sell Collectibles says we decided to leave New Jersey about 12 hours early. On Sunday, they had a 24 inches of snow. Got home ahead of the storm and woke up to our own 6 inches here in Maryland.
Oh,
Melted
wow.
away by 4 p.m. That's fun.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd have fun with that.
For all of 10 minutes.
That's fun. I'd go out there and stand in it.
10 minutes is all I got.
I'd go out and stand in it. Todd says, from the recent school biology auction, I can say I have never listed a uterus or colon model on eBay before today.
What?
You know, I can relate to weird stuff because
Yeah.
we get a lot of weird stuff in liquidation. And surprisingly, that stuff sells. There's a demand for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, it's quite shocking. Reading that and seeing that, it makes me like go like, what the hell? But we've actually bought items like, what was that? The CPR dummy or
Oh
something.
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. So
That was weird.
we've gotten a few weird items too. So that's crazy.
And I'll be posting more of those weird items as I come across them on the Facebook group. So go check that out. Go check out the group, and you'll be part of that. Mike G says came close to losing top rated. Got packages out just before the 4:45 deadline. No mailman yet, huh?
Not yet.
Our carrier was out last week. He had some kind of a medical thing going on.
Knee surgery.
And as the day wears on, as we get closer to, we have an hour left before we have to get our packages to the post office. If he's not here by like 4:30, we're probably going to have to go.
And we have
a lot.
So many packages.
Yeah, I just don't trust the backup lady wasn't bad, but I just don't trust.
Yeah,
her.
she looked like I handed her the packages yesterday, and I only had like, I think maybe 4 or 5, and she's like, she had come on Tuesday, you know, because Monday was a holiday, then Tuesday, and she's like, oh my god, you guys have so much. And I'm like, well, it's the weekend. And then so when she showed up yesterday, she's like, that's it? And I was like, yeah, this is a typical day, but you happen to get shocked on Tuesday after the holiday.
Yeah,
and
we got more now than we did last weekend, a 4-day weekend last week. Mike Seller says, in my case, I've had the passing of some friends and family, so I haven't been listing like I should. But hopefully you get back on track, Mike, and everything's, gets better for you.
Yeah.
Mike G says, FYI, John, as usual, my sales dropped a ton while out of town. Came back today and cranking. The only thing I did was answer messages past 3 days. I really do believe, though, that the speed of answering these messages, now, again, there's no way to prove it, except if you look over at Mercari. Mercari has a badge where they say, are you a fast responder? Meaning that you reply within like 12 to 24 hours to messages. And if you're letting them sit for a day or two, I really do think that hurts the algorithm a little bit. Joe Smart says, well, my brain is not working today. It's 26 years ago for the cash and checks, not 20. But you know what I mean.
26?
It's 26 years ago. But man,
oh
that's
god,
a while back.
I was in my prime. I had just had a baby. Yeah.
Hey guys, found the channel. Thanks to Primo, and yeah, thank you to Primo. I believe Josh Galt's been putting something out, and don't know if Beard is or not. I don't even know where Beard is, but I guess he knows I have a new channel. He's just choosing not to be here.
You talked to him today.
I talk to him all the time. He just doesn't show up to the lives anymore.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. Let's see. Lodge says, I missed you guys. Love the info. Thanks. Well, thank you.
We missed everybody.
Garden Resale Thrift says, I saw your videos on the channel are still available. They are when you click on the video link. The problem that I have, and this is something that Google, I guess they just don't understand. They did a good job by getting rid of the live stream, that Bitcoin live stream, but they still left up the homepage for the channel, which has a link to all of their fraudulent
Yeah.
videos. So why would they leave that up?
Yeah. So whatever you do, do not scan
Still
those
watch the
QR
videos.
codes.
And you know, as far as the membership thing, you know, it could be a week, could be 3 weeks, could be a month before we get the channel back. You know, feel free to just cancel your membership over there. It's not a big deal. I mean, if you want to just keep rolling with it, you can. At some point, when we get the channel back, we're going to go back to getting the members only content back up once we get that channel stabilized a little bit. But yeah, that's sort of the plan there. That's one thing I kind of do miss. I did enjoy the members only lives where we were breaking down stores and stuff.
You can do it!
You got this, Duncan. You can do it.
Maylene, Arizona says, can you cover the country of origin? I heard it's if it's not filled out, your listings get hidden from international buyers. And that is a good point. That is something that I'm just doing in waves. So when I do my end item sell similar, the existing listings get. You could do a nuclear reset, or you can. I don't know if there's, like I said, if there's a edit that you can go in and do it all in one shot. But I wouldn't do it all in one shot where you just assign China to everything, because you could have items that, like, I had this prosciutto ham holder. It's a weirdest
It was
thing.
a really odd contraption.
It stuck me in the thumb. I've been bleeding for 3 days like a stuck pig. Like a stuck pig would be on there too.
Ew.
And it is made in Spain. Okay, so, and to me, if you just put blanket China on everything, you could be lowering the perceived value of that item if it's maybe made in Germany or made in Spain or something like that. So I would go in and maybe do 10% of your items every day until you get it all caught up or whatever, depending on the size of your store. And if Flip will only give my ID to companies who need it for financial reasons. It's a good idea. Basket says, reality is we're all made in China. I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a meme or something that went around.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Where's your cord?
You know what that means?
Yay!
That means we don't have to end the show at 4:30, so that's good. We're gonna get into panic mode. Now we will end it if there's nothing else left to say, but our carrier is here, so that's good to hear. Now here's the deal. Want to move over to this thing, and here's another article that Ina Steiner came out from E-commerce Bytes about 10 days ago, and that is, this is a problem that's continuing to happen. It's eBay ghost listings are alive and haunting sellers. This is an ongoing issue. So this is a letter from a seller to Ina. And this person says, I received another ghost listing earlier recently. My buyer understood, so will not be scathed. It is nice to see that AI recognizes the issue. I queried AI and received the response. A ghost listing on eBay is a technical glitch where a previously sold item is automatically and incorrectly relisted for sale without the seller's knowledge or intent. Now the glitch is an item that was already sold. So usually it's an item that you've already sold out and shipped. Could be months prior. I mean, I don't know about years prior, but months prior, suddenly reappears as an active listing. The ghost element, these listings often don't appear in the seller's active inventory, but are visible to buyers in search. So even if you're looking through your current inventory, you ain't gonna find it because it's showing it's sold out, but eBay is showing that it's available for sale. That is horrible. Just like these returns that she's returned to me here. I got 2 returns now. The problem is when a buyer purchases the item, the seller is forced to cancel the order because they no longer have the item in stock, and this leads to an out-of-stock defect. So, possible causes: database sync errors. eBay's distributed databases may fail to communicate that a listing should be closed. Out-of-stock setting: the listing may stay active when you're out of stock. Preference can sometimes trigger a relist with a quantity of 1. Third-party tools can sometimes sync it incorrectly, and human error. This person says accidentally clicking sell similar instead of revise. I don't know if that's an issue at all or anything like that. I haven't heard of anything like that. Now, how do you deal with ghost listings? That's a controversial question. Now, one would say, look, the best course of action is to email or message the buyer and say, look, there's a glitch on eBay's end. We sold this thing months ago. I don't have another one to send you. And then what I would say is give them an option, because look, it's not your fault as a seller, but you are still you're still representing your business, and the buyer's doing business with you in that moment. Whether it's a glitch from eBay or you caused it, you have to resolve it. And so you can say, I can either cancel it and give you a full refund, or I can give you 20% off of your next purchase, or I have something similar I can send to you at the same price. Giving a buyer options is the best way to resolve it, because they'll usually come back and say they don't like option B, so go ahead and cancel it, right? If you don't provide them an option, they kind of feel like forced into whatever the hell you're steering them towards. A lot of people will also say, oh, you just didn't like the price that you gave me, especially if you took an offer on it, and they think that's why you're trying to get out of the sale, or someone must have offered you more money. These are the thoughts that go through buyers' heads. What you can do, of course, if that doesn't work, if the buyer doesn't get back to you, you're really then, you can say it was a problem with their address. I hate the idea of owning it to eBay through out of stock, because that's telling eBay you screwed up and that you are out of stock when you weren't. Okay, that you listed an item that you didn't have in stock. The problem is eBay is not, and I wish Jenna would shut this off because it's annoying me now. The problem remains that, bear with me a second, I'm going to turn off her notifications. The problem remains that it's an eBay glitch. eBay has acknowledged this glitch historically, and they just haven't fixed it, right? And because they know it's a problem, they're not covering us when this is happening. It's hurting sellers. It's hurting sellers' statuses, and it shouldn't happen. Does anybody know of another way to get around this when you come across this glitch? Because again, I'm all for account protection at the end of the day. So the last option you should ever have to click on is, out of stock, or what is it? Out of stock, or damaged item, or whatever that is. So to me, I think it's a shame on eBay to allow it to happen, but yet here we are. We got a lot of thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Get a sale in the next 24 hours. I don't know how or why it works that way. It just does. So I'd appreciate that. Graham says that autofills if you put where it was manufactured in the item specifics. If you don't have manufactured location, then leave it blank. I agree with that. And then Basket says, you have an eBay shirt on, John. Living dangerous. Don't blame me if an asteroid falls on you. Here's the thing, though. I'd say it's safe to say 99% of the viewers, I know we got like Keith who doesn't sell on eBay anymore. I'm not sure, Basket, if you sell on eBay or not. Most of us are still selling on the platform, and many of us are selling on the platform despite our feelings about the platform. I don't hate eBay. Let's put it out there. I'm very thankful for eBay in that it is a platform that continues to drive traffic to my listings. And it allows me, because I can't think of where else I would go to sell that would allow me to do this exclusively full time with the type of items that I'm getting. So I can be critical of eBay, but I'm also thankful for eBay at the same time, if that makes sense. So for a lot of people, that turns the viewer off because you're not taking a stance. There's a number of viewers that are like, we hate eBay and we want to watch channels where you're just hating on eBay. And there's others that are like, eBay is still a viable way to make money. And while, yeah, some of the issues are there, there's a big fan base of people who actually support eBay. So I'm kind of in the middle, and people are maybe irritated because I'm not taking a stand, but there's no need to take a stand. I feel that I'm in the middle. I don't hate them. I don't fanboy them, even though I'm wearing their shirt. This actually, I was telling Jenna, this is probably one of the most comfortable t-shirts that I own. So therefore I like to wear it. Maylene says, I'm so glad you guys are back. I thought you guys went on vacation without telling us. I had a withdrawal here for a few days. I will never go anywhere short of things that I can't control. I will never go anywhere without telling you guys that I'm not here anymore. Travis in Dallas says it won't show up in certain countries. I've been putting it and it still makes sales. Okay. So that tells me that you're probably not getting pushed down, and it could be that for right now you're not getting pushed down, but after a while it could be like if you're not filling this out, this is considered a sort of a key item specific, or maybe even a required item specific that we're going to actually have to make sure is filled out. Now, one way to get around that is not to even use international or EIS. On my main account, I don't have that problem. Let's see. Jenna, no mods here. No mods yet. We're gonna get some mods. If you guys want to be a mod, just let us know and we'll sign you up. Basket says John's got his JIS uniform on. No, it's not my uniform. I just enjoy wearing the shirt. It's comfortable, and I'm fine with it. Duncan says you're hooked on Mel. Be careful. She's taken. Who's hooked on Mel? Let's get down here a little bit. Casey New York says, Just a Resale's video says your items will be hidden from international buyers if you don't fill out the country of origin. And it very well may be, because those buyers, it has to be reported from eBay when they are filling out the customs form. And so while you're not used to seeing a customs form if you're dealing with EIS, that is one that's required. Also the harmonization code. So eBay can figure out the harmonization code, but every country has a different requirement when it comes to that harmonization code. And I believe there's a number of things that are involved there that eBay just needs. And without it, you're probably right. They're not going to see it internationally. Senator Flippin says, I'm actually reading the bill. Cool Online Act. The Senate version states new products. I'll keep looking. But it's much more than a lot of my items are in open box. I have some used items that we sell, but I've noticed it's been most of my items that it's asking me for. We got Meg with us. Says, hey kids, happy Monday. Nice to see you, Meg. Let's see.
He had his whole leg cut open.
Is he walking okay?
Yeah, but I cannot believe. So his surgery was on his knee, supposed to be on his knee. The doctor ended up going all the way up to up his thigh, all the way up his leg, and then all the way down to the ankle.
Oh,
he said they went in and cut out something.
Oh wow!
I was like, oh, and you're here?
That guy's a trooper.
He likes to work.
Yeah, and he does a hell of a job. But,
yes.
Let's see. Let's go through here. Christopher Nutter says, hi, if we get the KFC chat in the Discord now just for Duncan. Yeah, we did announce that there's a special place for Duncan to go, and if you guys have any KFC things, please post it there. Thomas says, UPS closed today, and I'm getting to have 3 late scans. I'm going to have 3 late scans. Hope eBay works it out. They should, but it's one of those things where you probably have to go in, and if you get hit with something, you're going to have to contact someone and dispute it. I'll do
You
it
can
again.
do it!
There you go.
I already did it for him for that.
Okay, well, I did it again.
We're always behind.
Not that far. Keith says, I used to watch a long time YouTuber that recently did a goodbye video, then took his own life because he couldn't live without his wife that died of cancer. It was very sad news for all the community.
Oh my gosh. That's awful.
That is. It was a huge blow to the community. His brother posted a video explaining what happened. Oh, that's horrible.
That's awful.
Basket says, I can tell you matters used to be external tools. Crosslister notorious back in the day. That's why I used to use Channel Advisor. They were authorized partner with the venues and covered probes. Most of them now you read in terms of services, they basically say anything happens, your account sucks to be you. Yeah. Well, let's hope that's not happening with mine.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have any new folks? We got Jovial with us.
Rhonda!
Tardy to the party, but never too late for National Banana Bread Day.
Ooh, I love banana bread.
Banana Bread Day. Not a fan of bananas, but, you know, I might be bananas. Todd says, my last surgery, I swear the doctor called his assistant Igor. I'm like,
could have
I would
been.
be like, look, you agreed to work on my knees. You don't need to go up my leg. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I guess, I mean, what choice do you have if you're having problems? Let's see. Yeah. Garden Resale wants to know, who is that had the issue? So here's what I want to do.
What issue?
Well, not the issue, but had his wife pass away, and then you know. Here's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and do another Tree Cat giveaway, and we're gonna have you pick a number between 1 and we have what, 60 people here. Do 1 and 300. I don't know why we have to go that high, but 1 and 300. If you pick 147, you're not going to win. We've already ruled that number out. And we have the wheel right here that's going to do a little bit better job. So pick a number between 1 and 300 in the chat if you want to win
change that.
Yeah, if you want to win a Tree Cat hat and shirt. And we're going to play the Tree Cat promo, and we will come back and draw a winner. You guys hear us talk a lot about cross-listing on this program. And you guys know that we talk also a lot about Tree Cat. Just packed full of features. And the cool thing is, it's really not a program that's 100% only for cross-listers. Yes, if you're a cross-lister, there's no need to even use any other tool. But there's a cool feature I really haven't talked about a lot, and that's their AI photo listing feature that allows you to upload 1 or more photos for 1 or more listings, and the AI is going to step in and do your listing work for you. And then all you have to do is go in, double check the work, and launch your listings, and you've saved yourself a ton of time. Now, the best part about this is that this is yet just another feature built within Tree Cat, and you do not pay for any listings that you make until the item sells. So you only pay when you sell with Tree Cat, and you can list hundreds, thousands of listings. They don't care. It's the only time that you're ever going to pay is when it sells. Now, for the first 2 months, if you use my code down below, you won't have to pay at all for the first 2 months. And then you can evaluate what I've been trying to tell you all along, that Tree Cat is the best program, and this just puts it over the top. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, darn it? So here's what we're waiting for. Nothing. We're going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Good luck to anyone who has put their number in. And Mike B. Surfing is the last one. Good luck for you guys. Here we go. Here we go. And Garden Resale Thrifts took themselves out of the drawing.
No, they didn't.
They got 1,000 numbers on
It's
there.
okay.
286. 286.
Okay.
We'll have to look here. We'll have to look. Even though half the numbers were put up by Garden Resale Thrifts, like I said.
Nothing wrong with that. She's just reassuring
having fun.
that she
But it looks
can-
like Anissa. 279.
Wait, what? It was 286.
279 looks like the number.
279.
Anissa.
Yeah.
And also, you know, if you've never won before, that's kind of what we're doing this for. The ideal is, ideally, we're going to get everyone their own Tree Cat hat and shirt eventually. So if you participate enough, you know, chances are very, very good you're going to get something eventually.
Anissa, you are the winner.
So here's the thing. What's the best way of doing this? Are you on Facebook or... Okay, so if you can send me a DM on Facebook with your address and your shirt size, we'll be glad to get one out to you.
Yes.
The Tree Cat team will do that. Thomas says, John, I saw your packing supplies video today. I was waiting for Jenna to throw something at you. She didn't look happy.
It's not that I was unhappy. It's just Sunday night. It's the end of the weekend, and I had been cleaning the house, like not just a subtle mop and vacuum and mop, and that I was literally scrubbing grout all weekend. So
the YouTuber Keith was talking about his name was Robert Murray Smith. R.I.P.
Oh.
Robert Murray Smith.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Right.
And Anissa, not to, I guess this is the wrong time to put this comment up, but it has to do with her winning the shirt.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop. Duncan says, "Damn, I was 201 short. I never win." And so, Todd says, "Anissa needs 28 shirts, one for every child."
I think she has 5, right? You have 5 kids, right? I believe so. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 4.
So the plan is this week we're going to put up some content like normal. I'd like to. I'm jonesing to get in there and to start looking at, maybe doing a policy thing. I want to do a video kind of talking about that hybrid EIS strategy. And this has 5 children.
She does have 5.
Yeah.
I was right.
So here's the thing. Here's what I would love for you guys to do. If you can help us out, of course, hit the like button, get yourself in the next 24 hours, but subscribe to the channel if you can. And you might say, I'm already subscribed to the other channel. That's fine. Just means you're going to get twice the Flippin' Ain't Easy content eventually, once we get the other channel going. But it'll help us tremendously, because at some point I'd like to, look, if they come to me and say, or don't say anything at all and just ghost me to where we know within a couple months that channel's never coming back, I'd like to be able to have enough subscribers to be able to say, let's do a members only type setup to where we can get in there and do our members only lives once or twice a month and really start breaking down people's stores and giving them advice. And it's helped a lot of people, like Jane's Jungle Safari. I don't know where she's been. Maybe she can't find her channel. But there's a number of people that really benefited from these members only lives. And I can't do videos like right now. I could go live and the last thing I want to do is take volunteers to say, let's go ahead and look at your store, and then it gets put out to the unserious audience, because there's a certain number of people that are watching. Hello, if you're out there, that are not serious, and they like to troll, and it's just not productive when you're trying to be serious about someone's store and helping someone out. So that's kind of the cool thing about it. So that said, please do that for us. We'd appreciate it. Hit the notification bell. I will be posting before we drop videos or before we go live, so you get sort of a double notification. Check out the Facebook group and the Discord. All the links are down below.
Yeah, the Facebook group is going to be like probably the most active we will be on, because it's just, for me, I don't know what it is about Discord, but I can't seem to figure it out all the time. I'm much quicker with Facebook. So if you guys want to go ahead and start friending our pages or what have you, but we're a lot more on top of the messages there, I guess you could say. And
this week on Facebook, I post every like twice a day on my page and in the group. And I don't know if the posts are getting over to the group yet, but I recently checked out Atomic Habits, and it's really opened my eyes about goal setting, and setting goals is not enough. And so I've created 15 posts that really ask you questions that get you to think, and ties in Atomic Habits into reselling, and to maybe thinking about some of the things that you do as a reseller, answering the question in the post, maybe will get you thinking on that level. And at some point here, I want to kind of go into making a video and using Atomic Habits and improving your behaviors, and that will of course help you get closer to your goals. Because anytime you set a goal without any change in how you operate, that a lot of that has to do is just fixing your habits or lack thereof. I think that is like the missing ingredient for so many people who fail at the beginning of the year setting these New Year's resolutions, and then here comes December and it's like, I didn't even come close to my goal. Or even
June.
Yeah.
I mean.
So it's kind of fun. The posts, I've tried to change up the posts every week so they cover a different theme or something. So again, go check out the Facebook group. But with that said, though, I think we're kind of at the end. It's a shorter live. I mean, but again, we had only, normally we're in the 100, 150 range with the other channel. We're still slowly growing it. And again, I want to thank you guys for finding us and just blowing my mind that, we only have like 130, 140 subs, and half of you guys showed up today. And the other half are going to watch and be part of the replay crew.
Yeah.
So that is awesome to me. And thank you so
Yes.
much for being the best part of this channel. So with that said, have a great rest of your weekend. We're going to play a little, or your week, and we're going to do a little blast from the past. I know some of you guys are like, don't play those again, but you know what? We're going to do it. And until I can get another outro, this is kind of the way it's going to be.
All right, everybody, have a great week. We love you. Make lots of sales. All those that are, stuck in the house because of the cold and the snow and the weather, get to listing.
Yep.
Get it done.
Get it done, guys.
We love you. God bless.
Take care.
Chargebacks, returns, and lowball offers too. Federal takedowns, they're a pain. What can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping ain't easy, by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the things that are within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping ain't easy, by your side. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. Flipping ain't easy, by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the things that are within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh.
You can
Flipping's
do
more
it.
than a game. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. Flipping ain't easy, by your side.
Very nice.